Two cards. Okay, so great. You received this call in regards to your current credit card accounts because anytime you maintain a good payment history as well as a good credit score, you're entitled to go out for review. The case of my job is basically to show you lenders that you're still eligible for a lower rate, and how I do this is by showing them that you're still in good standing in at least one account, meaning that the payment is current, also you're carrying a balance that you're paying interest on, and you are not over your credit limit. So now you're still in good standing in at least one account. Is that correct?
Yep. Hey, can I ask a question?
Okay.
Does the results of this get reported to the SnareBurger consortium?
Mm-hmm.
Does it? I didn't know if it
Sorry?
gets the SnareBurger consortium. Does it get reported to them? They're a financial group, and they oversee.
We have a different company, but then, sir, are you still interested in lowering down your interest rate deduction and it's for your current cards?
I most definitely am. I didn't know if you had heard of the SnareBurger consortium. Can you say it for me?
Credit services.
Can you say it for me?
Credit services.
No, I know. I hear you.
Bank lending.
I understand it. I just wanted to make sure that if you've heard of the SnareBurger consortium, can you say it? I enjoy doing this. Can you say the SnareBurger consortium?
SnareBurger. One SnareBurger coming up!
SnareBurger podcast from the Park Street Ale House and Eatery here in Attleboro, Massachusetts. It's just me and Butchie right now.
It's not too loud, but we're a little concerned. There's a big group of...
There's a gaggle of cackling hens behind us. I mean, they're taking up the entire window seating area. And from what I understand, there's a bunch of teachers that want to get drunk tonight, so
we're waiting for the glasses and the pocket protectors to come off,
yeah,
and the hair to come down.
And
then they're gonna start shooting
some chaos and loudness.
They're gonna start shooting whiskey and tequila, and then it's gonna get loud in here. Then we're gonna have to move to a different part of the building.
We were gonna have a backyard barbecue fire tonight and do it from there, but the damn rain won't stop here in New England.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a very good night for that.
We'll do it another night. We're just waiting on Drama and JK. I don't know if either of them. Well, Drama says he's got to put his kid to bed, so yeah. I think Drama will be here. But
what are you drinking there? What are you drinking there, Pete?
Igor's Dream.
Igor's Dream, which is what, a stout?
Yes, it's from.
Just give a little review here. How do you like it?
It's about a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah,
I would say. And it is from Two Roads.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Russian Imperial Stout from Stratford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
It is 12%.
Yeah. And I'm doing the Harpoon UFO Georgia Peach Wheat Ale. Very good.
Which is a 4.8%.
Yeah.
Mine is a 12%. And I haven't had any food yet. So we're drinking this slowly.
Yeah. And we made a little stop before we came here.
Oh, yeah. We went to...
Little Sky Rock Brewery.
Right.
Right down the street. I had
I had some kind of nitro stout.
You had a nitro. Yeah. How was that?
It was really good.
Was
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
very good beers at the Sky Rock Brewery.
Great
little
Attleboro, Massachusetts.
Yeah, right downtown Attleboro.
Only certain hours though. You gotta catch them.
What I had there. I had a Jewel City bourbon barrel or something. It was good.
So as you know on this podcast, we could talk about beers, we could talk about drums, we could talk about life.
We could talk about wings that we're going to be getting soon.
Yeah.
And
flavors of wings
do we order? Brussels sprouts.
What flavors of wings do we order?
We ordered a
maple
bacon dry rub.
All right.
And a buffalo parmesan.
Yes.
That
sounded good to me.
I don't think
we haven't tried that one before.
I don't think so. We've done the maple bacon.
We have Danielle here and Asia's here tonight.
Yep.
Serving us.
Yeah.
At Park Street Ale House. Good beers, good times, good wings, good times.
Good wings, good times. We haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't remember what the last podcast was that was at Park Street. You can look that up. Go back on the YouTube channel and look it up if you haven't heard it. So we went and saw John Wick 3 last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Butchie.
Big body count.
Yeah, I feel like maybe not as big as the previous movies. Or is it because it was so spread out? Because they had a few lulls in there, and then they had
And they had
fight
two
scenes.
busloads of people that showed up.
Oh, that's
and they,
true. I
yeah,
forgot about that.
the two busloads of people, and I think
What
I
I
even
liked-
said to you, I leaned over to you and I said, "Oh boy, the body count's gonna get real big." 2 busloads of people showed up. 2 busloads of ninja assassins showed up.
With armor that you couldn't penetrate unless you lifted
Without-
their helmet up and
Yeah.
shot them through the helmet.
Yeah. Yeah. So I said, "Oh boy, the body count's gonna get big." So like 40 ninjas come out of a bus.
Yeah.
2 buses and.
I liked that they changed it up a little bit. They had a lot of knife fights. A
Yeah,
lot
the
of knife fights,
yeah,
sword fights.
Yeah, really good choreography.
Dog fights.
Yeah. Halle Berry's in it, so that's always a plus.
That's always a plus.
Even though she's a little older now, she's still got it
Yeah.
holding it together.
Yeah. Yeah, and she has 2 badass dogs by her side.
Yeah, yeah. We were trying to figure out what she was giving them
yeah.
commands.
So yeah, good.
No, she was giving them commands, the dogs commands in some different language, and we were trying to look it up tonight. If anybody knows,
That's what I was
please
saying, yeah.
please let us know what language she's giving the dogs what
commands
language.
in, yeah.
Yeah, because she's giving the dogs commands. It's definitely not English.
They're Belgian dogs.
They're
We
Belgian
don't
style
know
dogs. We don't know if she's
what
talking in
language.
German, but it was really cool. She's barking orders for the dogs, and they're attacking people and leaping, and they had
Grabbing
bulletproof
balls.
they had bulletproof vests on.
Yeah, the dogs did. Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
So now you know what kind of entertainment we're into.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Next week?
Godzilla.
Does that come out next week?
I think it's next week.
Oh shit.
Godzilla, King of the
Oh,
Monsters.
Yeah.
Giza,
Yeah. Godzilla.
Mothra,
Mothra. Yeah. Mothra makes an appearance, I think.
Rodan.
Rodan. What's the 3-headed dragon? What's the name? Is that Rodan? No.
No, Rodan's the bird, the pterodactyl.
Oh right.
I think Giza. Giza.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, I think Giza's also known as Monster X. I believe so.
John's gonna kill me. I don't know this, but
Oh boy. Oh, he must be. Oh, he's gonna be into that, right?
yeah, shitless. Yeah.
Oh boy, you should text him and ask him.
We'll be recovering John Larson's brand new kit for the fall World Tour kickoff in Europe.
So, I came very close to buying another kit tonight. I talked myself out of it.
From who? From where?
Guitar Center's having a Memorial Day weekend
Oh,
sale,
yeah, I saw
and
that.
this kit I've been watching forever
Yeah.
dropped a couple $100,
Wow.
and I have some gig money,
Yeah.
so it dropped, and I can finance
What
it
kind
on my
of kit? What kind
card.
of kit?
Pearl fiberglass kit,
Oh, yeah.
the Capur fiberglass
Yeah.
blend,
Yeah.
2012 14.
Okay.
And it comes in 3 colors: the black, an antique yellow, and a mist, which is like a light blonde color. And I originally wanted the black, just a plain black.
It's a whole hybrid exotic kit.
It's a 3-piece, just a 3-piece
Yeah,
kit,
yeah,
just kick, rack tom, floor tom.
Oh, okay. No snare.
No snare with this, I don't believe.
Weird. Okay.
No, I don't believe it comes with a snare.
All
But
right.
I don't know what color to get, and I couldn't decide, so I didn't do it. So I
What
don't know
was
how
the colors
long.
again? What was the colors?
It was this antique yellow, which is really cool looking. Hello. It's almost like this yellow here of the Fireball.
Okay.
It's like that
Yeah.
yellow. It's really like a bright, like a vibrant yellow,
Yeah.
and it's black, and there's like a light tan, kind of like my pearl kit I have now.
Yeah.
Light tan color, and I don't want another light tan.
Right.
I like the black. I thought the black would be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But the vibrant yellow is kind of neat too. I don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
So I was almost ready to pull the trigger, and I said, I can't do that. So I tried to use a coupon that they sent me in the Guitar Center. Sent a coupon, but you can't use it against a sale item.
Gotcha.
So I don't think I'm gonna try to talk myself out of it, but
I think you have enough drums, Butch.
that's no such thing.
Well,
there's no
it's no such thing to have enough snare drums, but I think you have enough drum drums.
I got a lot of
Jeez, the cackling hens are thinning out here.
Huh?
They're thinning out the cackling hens.
Oh. And they just ordered some
There's actually
food.
tables opening up back there.
So and then they just ordered food, so that might quiet things down because they'll all be eating a little bit. And we're gonna be eating in a few minutes here. So I didn't pull the trigger on that. I am going to look at. I was searching through Craigslist, found this really nice trap case for microphones and cords.
Yeah.
It's got the foam with the slots, and we dump all our stuff right now in the band. We dump all our stuff. We just got a milk crate.
Yeah.
And we just dump
Yeah.
everything in a milk
Yep.
crate. This is $75, and
That's
it's
worth it.
And it's got 12
Spots
spaces
for
for
mics.
12 mics
Yeah.
and a big compartment on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to meet the guy and just grab it. It's
that's a
75
good
bucks.
idea. Yeah.
I'm just going to grab it because we just dump everything in a crate, and
Right.
then they put the mics in the crate, and then they put the cords on top of the mics,
Right.
and then just carry that, and then they put stuff on top of the crates.
Right.
I'm like, just throw everything in this nice trap case for 75 bucks. I'm just going to go grab it. And
Yeah, smart.
if they want to pay me for it, fine. If not, I'll always use the trap case.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we got at least the 3 mics, and I could throw my drum mics in there or some extra mics, and I might even buy some cheapy mics just to throw in there if they have some extras. Get some cords and throw it all in there. So I might go grab that tomorrow. It's in Bridgewater, which isn't far away.
Right on.
And the guy works at a repair shop, so he just meet me there, meet him at the shop, and
That's a good idea.
it's an SBK too.
I
It's an
think
SBK
SKB.
SKB hard case, which is worth
Guaranteed for life.
guaranteed for life.
Yes.
So I thought that was good for 75 bucks. How's Danielle doing? You doing good tonight?
She's like, go home.
Did you send her home?
No, she's sending me home.
Oh, she's sending you home?
Are you going home? You leaving us?
In a little bit.
All right.
You're tired, wiped out. You've been here all day? Yeah. You've been here all week? Yeah. How's business been? Good? Yeah?
I actually called her on the limb tonight. So I was like, can you come in tonight? And I was like expecting not to even hear from her, so I was like, it might be out. And I was like, sure. I'm like, no way. And then I swear to God, as soon as she got here, we got slammed. I was
got
like,
slammed.
oh my God.
We went to Skyrock first. We went and had a
Primed over there.
It was like 7, like 7:45. So we went over there. They closed at 8, I think. So we went and had a beer there. Then we said, we're coming over here to get some wings. And then we're waiting to hear.
The rest of the drummers.
Well, at least
We'll see who shows up.
We'll see
Drama's
who
put his
shows up.
kid to bed, and he should be here. I don't know about John Kerr. We'll see.
yeah, we were supposed to have
For
a.
like another half hour, whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Whenever I have
Cool.
All right. Well, then,
tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and
Hey, drama. What's going on, buddy?
Is this the same shirt you had on over the weekend? Looks like the same shirt. Looks like the same shirt. Let's do that. It's the same shirt.
Same musk?
That's your party shirt.
Yeah.
That's your party. That's your rockin' hard shirt.
Yeah. Oh, dude. It's been a long week.
I'm gonna hit the restroom.
One more day to go.
I'm bunking. All right. Hey, have a good one, Pete. Nice seeing you.
Yeah.
We went over the brewery first. So we primed over at the brewery. When we came here.
Fine.
We went over we went to the brewery first. Then we came here. What brewery? Brewery right down the street. Skyrock.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
I walked to it from my house.
Oh, yeah? Is that close?
Fucking brewery. I can walk to. That's
Dangerous.
Prove it with data.
Look at this. Wow, we have the
We have
the Fearsome Foursome tonight.
We have the Fearsome Foursome.
How's the new car?
Move that over.
So good. I'm gonna take
that?
it to what's his name? Your buddy there.
Oh, Chris?
Just to
It's good, right?
look at that knock sound in the back. I have
Oh,
a
yeah?
single knock.
We got everybody here.
Single knock.
I love this guy.
Yeah, send it.
How was the gig? How'd the gig go?
I was Staples.
Did you do by tour the Snow Dog? Did you do that one? How'd that go over? Good?
Did
Stranglehold went over good? Bitch go over good?
Stranglehold. Oh my god.
Did Stranglehold go over good?
Did
Wait, you
Hollywood
guys,
Blitz.
did you do, oh, you did?
How about
So I have an interesting gig coming up in like 2 weeks where like, it was supposed to be like, oh, you're playing for 90 minutes. There's another band. You're going to use their gear because I have to get a babysitter to try to organize all this because Joanna's out of town.
so you're using the other band's gear?
Yeah, now come to find out, there's no other band really. You got to bring your own stuff, and it's just like a
It's okay.
nightmare.
He was going to be a lefty. He's going to be a lefty drummer anyway.
Who?
The other drummer is going to be a lefty.
Exactly.
Or he plays a Neil Peart. He plays a double bass kit with 9 rack toms.
That's fine.
You'll have that?
1 bar of drum beat, 6 bars of drum fills.
I had a question for you, Butchie.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our wings.
Ooh, look at that. All for me.
Wait, what was that Cheech and Chong when they do the song at the in Up in Smoke, and he's like, "I'm so bloody rich," or whatever he says. You
What
know?
is this, a friggin'...
What's that?
We do a podcast.
We're doing a
You're on
podcast.
it right now.
We're recording a podcast. You want?
Okay, sorry. Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya?
Who are you?
Asia. Hi, how are you?
I got a gig coming up. I'm playing at the Moakley Courthouse in Boston. It's a black tie event for a bunch of doctors. And the guy who booked the gig is, in my mind, too nice because he's not asking for enough money. And I told him I would only do it for a certain amount. Yanni, you need to ask for more money. But so it should be good. But, and if any of my dingbats are listening, aka the dingies,
Yeah.
they want to have a practice before we do the gig.
Oh, so it's a dinghy's gig.
Yeah, kind of a dinghy's gig.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't know like all the hooks, but luckily I have a best friend and the accordion player in the band who kind of always gives me the nod. Hey, here's the turnaround.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
All right.
I don't need to practice with them. So maybe we should talk about that for a minute because John, JK just joined us. Just kidding. He plays in a band that plays all the time. You don't practice for them, do you?
You rehearse?
4 and 5 years and twice.
Really?
Right.
Yes. Thanks.
Even new songs, you know.
You just playing really bad the first 4 or 5 days.
All right. I don't feel so bad.
I feel, well, of course I'm biased. I think drummers are probably the ones who come prepared, knowing them.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Don't you always have one guitar player or bass player that shows up? Yeah, I learned the song. What are the chords?
Yeah. Well, no, we have
Our bass player doesn't learn any songs. Tony doesn't learn anything, so he waits for everybody else to learn it, and then you teach him the song at the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Then you teach him again at the gig.
Yeah.
You teach him again.
I
So-
think rehearsals are a lot like meetings in the
Useless?
workplace. Yeah. I mean, no, like, when we were talking about this, like, if you go and you want to hang, and that's fine. Like, but as far as actually getting, because no matter how hard you work, one person shows up and doesn't come prepared, at least to get through the song, it's actually kind of like,
it's kind of
it
productive.
wastes your time.
Yeah.
Because you could have done that. But having said that, that's why I'm okay with, like, okay, so the gigs are going to stink for these songs, but I'd rather do that than show up during a week like you guys do. It's
Yeah.
going to be frustrating to
Right.
watch people come in, oh, I couldn't because I had like a stroke, fell in the tub, and then, oh no, that was last year. And
You're describing my last week, John. Had a stroke from just the angst of life, and then I slipped in the shower on one of my daughter's toys.
go.
So, yeah, I get it. No, but for real, actually, so let me ask you this. Pete Abdu, Yabba Dabba Doo,
Yep.
here at the Park Street Ale House for a wicked good time in Attleboro, Massachusetts.
Good times, good food.
Good times, good foods, buffalo wings. I don't even know what type of wings Butchie's eating, but
Good.
so
Hi, Danielle from Park Street.
Pete,
Yeah, 4.
Oh my
you've
God.
sat in many a times on a dinghy's gig. So I guess coming in out of the cold, yes, it's good to probably have a rehearsal with them. But if you were playing those same songs for 5 years, or this is not a Pitch Fest, right? It's just stating the truth, playing pretty much the same songs all the time. Yeah. Would you feel inclined to like want to practice with them?
Shouldn't. I don't think you should need to.
Yeah.
You know what I think bands should, if you're gonna rehearse, I think you should do like 10 new songs a month.
Yeah.
But no one will do that. Is that crazy or what?
Vinyl Echo, we
Because
right now we have 200 songs in our catalog, and I'd say we know about 170 of them back of the hand.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But there was one point, literally, we were learning like 7 to 9 songs a month.
Yeah.
And we got to this point where we're like, okay, now we got this down. Like, yes, we're still learning, so now maybe we learn like 3 to 5 tunes a month.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just like, okay, we got this many tunes, like. And it's made such a difference in our playing. We just did a gig 2 weekends ago, and it was amazing. But like 6 to 8 months ago, if we had that same gig, we would have rehearsed for 4 hours and would have run all 3 sets, 3.5 hours of music. Now we're like, all right, we don't need to go over this. We don't need to go over this.
You don't.
And now we show up to a gig, and it's like, damn, it's there. Like you are with your band, you know?
It's taken me 20-something years to learn, 30 years, whatever now. The less thinking you have to do, the better you play.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking, like, be prepared, have notes, and do this, and do that. And
play what you feel.
The more,
but
the more relaxed, the more, like, the less thinking, and, like, I mean, obviously you have to prep, you have to know the song.
You've arrived at the point that you understand what you're doing, yeah.
But some of that comes with just thinking so much about the structure of the song and what fill I'm going to use here, blah, blah, blah. And if you just let all that go, which I have a hard time doing. I have a hard time doing that. So I have to really work at letting go and just play off the cuff. I have a hard time doing that.
Because someone else will make a mistake, and if you're able to follow it, you know, there's always something else happening, right? So
I did a gig with the blues band a couple weeks ago. We haven't played since September. Showed up and did a gig a couple weeks ago. Sent a set list, some songs, some stuff we've been doing for a while. We were down a member, so it was.
Did you forget to take your blue pill before the gig?
It was, yes. I forgot my dick, so I had that, so I didn't know what I was going to do. So I was like, what are we going to do? Not that we used it anyway. It's a small part of the show, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big part. It's definitely not the, it's not the encore. Let's just say that.
Here at the Park Street Ale House, good times, good jokes, good laughs. Come join Pete, Butchie, John, and JK. Just kidding. Every Thursday.
Yabba dabba doo, Pete Abdoo.
Yabba dabba doo.
You've never heard that, John? Really?
I've never really. Those two guys in that band.
Who else but him
really
to bring it to light?
Really good players.
Yeah.
Clay's a Berkeley guy and Encyclopedia Music. Halfway through the show, he goes, I want to do this, I don't even know what the hell song about. I couldn't even tell you. I want to do this song, it's a shuffle, and watch me for the stops. It's a stop.
Look at me for the changes and try to keep up.
And it goes like this, I want to do. And he goes, it's in the key. He goes, it's in the key of E. It's in E. And he goes to the bass player. It's an E, and it's an E, A, C. And watch
Did you tell him your drums weren't tuned that way?
I gotta retune them. He goes, oh, you gotta give me a minute.
I gotta drop the tuning on my drums.
The song went awesome. And he goes, watch me for the ending, and it went awesome. At the end, he's fist pumping everybody. He goes, great God, you guys rock that shit.
Great job, except for the drummer.
Well, so sometimes when you're thrown like stuff like that, it just goes, because I don't have time to think about it. I don't have time to react or think or anything. Well, I don't have a chart. I have no notes. I don't know what's going on.
And I think like the big higher view of that is from like, I would say from a drumming perspective for me, is I've showed up at gigs like that and literally KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I don't know how many
I thought you meant the band.
I love them too.
I'm gonna rock and roll all night. I'm gonna party every day. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I know some of you out there like to drink vodka, but we like to drink cold gin.
Cold gin time again.
It's close time again. So, getting back to gigging.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
So we're in the midst of, it is May, just about June.
Yeah.
And I think, summertime is always when bands are more busy. Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
So, played a lot of gigs through November, December, January, February, and March, which in New England is always butt-ass cold, raining, snowing, driving, in crappy weather conditions. I'm always just kind of like getting through the gig and moving on to the next one. Now the summer's here. Do you guys feel when you're getting ready to play a gig, or like when you're actually playing the gig, it's nice out, the vitamin D of the sun is out? Do you ever feel like that affects like your overall mood and the way you're playing the drums? Because for me, I turn into Animal from like the Muppet Babies, because I am like, oh my God, the weather's nice. People are enjoying themselves. They're actually standing up and dancing. It's not cold. And
I think it's a little more.
You put a little more oomph into it. At the end of the night, I'm more tired after a gig because
you put a little more
I
effort.
put definitely more effort and more showmanship.
I don't know
into
what
it.
I mean. I definitely hate playing in the winter. I hate lugging gear and snow and cold and everything that goes with that. And then playing all night and then being all sweaty and then going outside in the cold and loading your gear up and coming home and unloading gear.
Right. I made $100 and got walking pneumonia.
Great. Awesome. Do it again next weekend.
Right. Yeah.
So there is something to be said there, but I don't know. I'm in a weird situation because I don't do a lot of gigs in the summer. We kind of slow down in the summer.
Most people do because, like, as you get older, families, there's all these obligations.
We end up with everyone's on vacation for most of June and a part of July. There's like one Friday in 2 months we can book a gig, and the rest of the time everyone's away.
I was with our sales engineer down in Oklahoma, and like every time I wanted a coffee, she stopped. We're driving back to the hotel.
Oh, this is not good. Is this the rugged?
Down in Oklahoma, and we drove by this like what appeared to be like an epic drum store, and I was like, "Do we have time to stop?" She said no. Kept driving. Then I actually told her about like how I've been drumming forever, and I work on this podcast with my friends. We get back to the hotel, and she goes, "I feel really guilty we didn't stop." I was like, "No time like the present to turn the car around and head right back." So I looked up the name of the place, but it had already closed. I was so bummed.
Was it a big name shop?
It just looked like you guys ever heard of the Chicago Drum Exchange? Like that. It looked like a big drum store. It was in a big building. It almost looked like it could have been reminiscent of Ocean State Percussion. Just looked like a big store, like dedicated to drums, not like cheap bullshit, like good stuff.
You would have hated it.
I would have sucked. Yeah.
You don't want to go in a place like that.
Yeah. I'm so glad we just worked like 12 to 14 hours a day.
You're way better off doing that. Walk around a drum shop. You would have bought something and have to find a way to get it home.
Yeah.
You would have bought a 28-inch bass drum and have to ship it home.
A 28 by 12 bass drum or something, Speaking of, my coworker who's the drummer in Dionysia, or Dionysia, however you pronounce it, really good band. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your band's name. He bought the Ludwig Centennial Zeppelin-sized drum set. He found it on Facebook Marketplace, $700.
Wow, nice.
I told him in the work the other day when he got it. He goes, "Oh yeah, I picked it up."
That's
I go,
what you have, right? You have the Centennial.
I have the Centennial, but not the Zeppelin-sized drums. He's a young lad who's a very good drummer. Their new album that's coming out, he was telling me that it has songs in 5/4, 3/4, 7, and 6. So I really want to go check them out, and hopefully we'll interview him for SnareBurger Productions.
When did that go?
End of July. If you want to go, I'll just get a couple tickets. I bet.
Let me know the date.
Go? Well, this kid I work with, his band Dionysia, they're actually a very popular band, very good. He's good drummer. So I was going to ask him if I bought the tickets. Maybe we just like go back. Good question. It's an eclectic mix. I would tell all you podcast listeners out there to go check it out.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
What the?
Exactly what JK said.
What movie is that from?
Just kidding.
What's that from?
Yes, from a movie.
What was
Say
it again?
I don't know what you said.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. I've never been comfortable enough with someone to say that.
I don't know what that's from.
He hates these cans.
Wow. I feel very stupid, actually.
The jerk.
We should know that.
Maybe.
The jerk.
I mean, it's no John Wick, but it's a classic
Yeah,
movie.
we know John Wick 3.
Do you guys collect drum books?
We collect them?
I have like an old. I have some books that someone gave me once. Carmen Appice's double bass book. I want to get rid of the Dave Weckl Music -1 thing. Remember from a long time ago?
I'll do the Combine book. I'll do that one.
A book on tuning, which is funny. It's like this thick, and it's like, really?
On tuning? Wow.
On tuning. You just get the.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you read?
Yeah.
The Drum Whisperer?
Yeah.
The Drum Whisperer.
Cover to cover. I read that shit.
Yeah, I have a lot of books, and some I
Drum
really
Whisperer.
like, but I'll never go through.
Yeah. Actually,
Insane.
I just put new snares on my Black Beauty recently.
Yeah.
And the
The
first
same
night-
snares or no? Same ones?
No, I bought new ones.
No, same style.
Yeah. And why?
Made of spaghetti.
Well, because the ones that came with the Black Beauty, like a couple of them, the wires had broke off. So I was like, I'm just got a new set. And for a gig a couple weeks ago, it sounded great. Ever since then, I've been like fucking with it, and I'm like, I'm not getting that like 100% satisfaction. So I was thinking about bringing my snare drum to the Whisperer.
I mean, did you retune it? Or no?
I did, yeah.
Bring it to the Whisperer and like
Yeah.
in like a minute and a half. That thing
You
will be
should soak it
honed
in
in.
vinegar. The
You
whole
soak
thing.
it in vinegar.
Yeah,
You
perfect.
soak it in vinegar, and then you rub some. What else? You rub
Salt.
some salt.
Oh, yeah.
Some salt on it, and
No
then
time behind it.
And let it sit in the bathtub of Epsom salt overnight.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Magnesium
I
soaking.
bring that snare drum everywhere, and everyone's always like, "Oh, you'll be back next week. Just leave it here." I'm like, "Fuck off." And I never leave that anywhere. No, like if I'm rehearsing with a band, and they'll be like, "Oh, why don't you just leave it here? You'll be back like next week." I'm like, "Yeah, right. No." Oh, you weren't here when we were talking on Saturday. Steve Gadd's playing at Sculler's Jazz Club in June.
When? With whom?
June 22nd, 23rd, or June 27th, 28th, something like that.
This guy sucks.
I mean,
Why would you
talk
wanna
about
see-
talk about a guy that doesn't have any
His own band?
skill?
Chuck Mangione? Or...
Why would drummers want to talk about Steve Gadd?
When you
know
could
what?
talk
That's
about
what-
who's on the radio right now, that beautiful specimen of a man, John Bon Jovi. Now there's one fine piece of musician ace.
You know what I don't like about Gadd? That he's not creative at all. Like all his stuff sounds the same. Like you heard one song, you heard them all.
4 on the floor, all the way through.
And you know what? And he's got like stone hands.
Yeah.
Like it's just like he just like bashes.
He's like a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Like what touch does he have? Like
Why do
there's
you
no-
even need so many drums, Steve Gadd?
Right,
you just
right.
need a bass drum, a snare drum, and a hi-hat.
I'm good. I'm defeated.
You don't do anything
old.
else.
So
Just
stop
kidding.
it.
We love you.
No.
We're envious. We're coming to the show. We might even interview you.
What's up with that? You were at the clinic, the Steve Gadd clinic, the one in Quincy. No, that was one of my favorite clinics.
Good one.
He
Yeah,
sucked.
if you like 4 on the floor.
Yeah, 4 and 4. If they didn't have the cameras like set up on his they had an overhead camera and they had a camera like on his feet. You had no freaking clue what the hell he's doing. He was good at breaking down stuff. They had multiple cameras set up so you could see his hands, you could see his feet, stuff, and then he'd explain. He broke down some of the Latin stuff he was doing and some of the drum corps.
He made a lot of money on
The drum corps stuff.
These warm-ups.
Yeah.
Paul Simon. I like that. Paul Simon. I like that.
Yeah. That's Army Drum Corps beat number 13 with a. I added a kick drum here, and I'm like, the frig.
Yeah.
It's just a Rada McHugh with a blah blah. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Sucks. Not that good. Overrated.
Al Dimiola is going to be at the City Winery House in Boston.
Oh, I saw him. He's good.
Oh, yeah.
Have there been any good I Hit That's lately?
I haven't been checking.
I haven't either. I feel like they've gone black for a little bit.
I started to listen to because I skipped. I didn't skip it. I just forgot to listen to it. The one,
The Hell Blame one?
yeah, the Hell Blame one. I got.
That was good.
It's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Oh, second Hellblade?
It's
the original.
13.
Oh. No, I'm a believer in, and a lot of people, still do this, and drummers do this, but and maybe I think it's all personal taste. I don't believe the muffling, the less muffling, the better. I like them wide open. I like to let them rip and wide open. And
The drums?
Yeah. I don't.
See, it
I do
depends
very
on the
little.
rum. I always have to use moon gels because,
No,
all of
I
a
do.
sudden,
But because of what, though? Because of what?
Because of the rum. Because if you let those
Because of the
drums
volume,
ring out,
or, yeah?
yeah,
Because of the volume, okay.
anything to deaden the sound. So you'd like to have the attack of
So you're
the
micing
actual.
everything too, right? You
No,
mic
I only
it.
mic my bass and snare drum.
See, I don't muffle anything. I do very. I do.
But you probably have better, we know me. Once I get into it, I'm hitting.
Yeah.
I'm hitting.
Yeah.
So I use the moon gels just to be able to, articulate the sound of the drum.
Any bass drum muffling?
Yeah, I have a pillow in there.
Yeah. See, I don't do it. I have wide open.
What heads do you have on your bass drum?
Oh, I have the
EMAD?
Aquarian. Yeah, the EMAD, the Evans EMAD. Yeah.
So you already have muffling on the
So
head.
it's already muffling in the head. You don't need.
Why do you?
Yeah, but the ring, it fell out. I never put it back in.
Okay. All right.
So it's like pseudo on there.
Yeah. No, so I
So
have muffled.
I would say though,
the power strokes.
the Evan EMADs, I was playing the EMAD clears for a while.
Yeah.
I recently bought a coated one for my 18-inch kick drum on my Sonar little bebop kit.
Yeah.
That's the one going full.
Yeah.
That's the money shot. Oh man, I love it.
So I like the drums wide. You're wide open. They project. I don't mic the kit. I don't typically mic it, so everything's wide open and it sounds bombastic playing by itself. But once the band starts playing, all that's buried. And when I listen to it live, when I listen to a recording, and someone is, I always ask them, anyone from the band, did anybody record the show the other night? Send me something. I listen. Kit sounds really good. It sounds good in the mix.
Yeah.
It sounds live, a live doesn't sound muted and dead.
Yeah.
And even the little Quest Love kit sounds good. The other night, the kit I shared was the Pearl Vision kit. Shared it. The kit was mic'd. Rick Petrelli was there. He
Where?
goes, at my blues gig. The kid
I had a birthday party that day. I took my daughter.
For work, showed up, and he goes, what kit is that? This kit sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Kit sounds.
And it was wide open?
All wide open.
Yeah.
That was for that gig. I used the Pearl Vision with the deep bass drum.
Yep.
I learned a valuable lesson for that gig. I have the cut down Pearl Vision bass drum.
Yeah.
Remember the one I had
of
cut
course,
down?
yeah.
So my friend Pete likes to play with 2 rack toms and a 4 tom. He plays a 5-piece kit. I went to mount the 2 toms on the cut down bass drum. The cut down is from the batter side back, so the drum mount, where the drum mounts, hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So I went to go hang the 2 rack toms.
Yeah.
They were overhanging the front lip, the batter side. So then my snare drum was either way off to the side or way off. So then my belly was here, and then I was set way off.
Yeah.
And the only way I could get them, the rack toms up positioned so the snare would be pushed back, is to open the toms and spread them apart so they were this far apart.
Right.
So I don't want that either.
Yeah, right.
So I ended up bringing the 22 by 18 matching kick, and that one's got the bigger, more room for, and I could get everything. So I brought that. I hadn't used that kick out, but I learned about. I wouldn't have known that until I went to the gig. So then I could close the columns up. I could get a nice space in between.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wouldn't have known that. So I'm like, oh shit, I can't use that kick tonight. I want to use that kick. I can't.
James Hetfield's here.
Hey, yeah. You get another drink. You get another Corona.
Extra.
Corona extra. Pentara Kincaid. Drama.
Is
Good
here
to
with
be
the
here. It's Metallica, or as my friend Tom's mother said, she goes, "Hey, I'm sick of all your Metallica CDs around here.
Oh, so
Can you
you're
put
saying
these Metallica
CDs.
Put these Metallica? Who is this? What are you listening to? Who is this Metallica? Put them away. I'm sick of looking at
Stop licking your friend's Metallica.
What's this Metallica?
That's disgusting.
Sticking your friend's metal already.
He goes, Mom, it's Metallica. I don't care who it
I still
is.
wish I never saw Some Kind of Monster.
Oh, I
never
know.
watched it.
Such whiners.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, no, it's like I can't shake
I hate
it. It
being
just
rich.
ruined-
It's so many problems.
I really respected those guys. Well, actually, I did until the Black Album. But I mean,
I didn't respect them till the
you
Black
grow
Album.
up and he's like, we don't sell out to anyone. We do what we want. And they did the Black Album. Well, whatever. I mean,
I thought the Black Album was cool. I just,
liked
it was
a lot of
it was that
if that was their first album, I could maybe, but you can't go from Injustice for All, which is questionably mixed. Like the sounds are kind of weird, but the music, like the arrangements, like holy shit, like they're like the Zeppelin of metal. And then they do the Black Album.
Yeah.
They realized all.
No, it
once
wasn't
that-
until they did that Sate Anger or whatever that album was with that fucking snare drum that sounded like a piccolo with no snares on it.
In order to have
Like
that,
a steel thin snare drum with no snares on it. It was the most annoying fucking thing. I heard like a minute of one song, and everyone was like, "You want to hear the rest of the album?" I'm like, "Fuck no."
I can't take it.
That's what it
amazing
sounds
how,
like.
and that to me is such a calculated decision. They are so bent on making that pump to return to roots, to make up for the fact that none of them
That doesn't even
are
sound
in the mood
fu- yeah.
to write metal anymore. Right. I mean, I love what they
And
done,
that
but
album
nothing-
sold a
nothing-
shit ton of albums. And that fucking snare drum, like
because
literally to
people
this
think they
day,
should have it.
I'm like, I hear that snare drum, I can't even hear anything else. I'm just like, that fucking
I
thing
never
sounds
paid
so
attention.
annoying.
It is hard
Yeah,
to-
it's that bad.
It is hard
Ugh,
to get past.
it's fucking horrible.
There's very few albums I've listened to where I go, oh my god, who mixed this?
Yeah.
And there's others I go,
Yeah, there's some though, for sure.
I go,
That snare drum sound, goddamn.
Yeah.
Actually, Adam Lambert and Queen are coming around. Speaking of it on the radio right now.
Yeah, it's a big money ticket.
My
It's
friend
crazy.
saw them, and he said, he goes, I am so glad I did. He goes, it was one of the most memorable performances I've ever seen.
Yeah. I hear
Big
he does,
money
I hear he
ticket.
does a really good job.
Big money tickets though, they're crazy prices.
Ah, they-
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't justify.
See, I love,
and we're
I
at
love
another
Kiss.
song.
Love Kiss.
Imagine that.
You do? What's
Paul Stanley
No?
is awesome. I love this video because this is the era of no makeup.
Oh,
And they're walking down the street all tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
and then they got beat up by fourth graders in the next scene.
Pick it up.
Oh man. How come Billy Squire got this shit? Like when he did that one bad video where he's dancing like Paul Stanley always
Oh, I
does.
know.
Because it was Paul Stanley's move, man.
Well, because he
Don't
was
fuck with
singing,
that
he was
shit.
singing "Stroke Me, Stroke Me."
Billy Squire said he was not for that, but his management just convinced him this is what you got to do now because this.
Really?
And then I guess as soon as it was out, he was like, "This is not going to be good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It must
He
suck
made
to him.
money.
Ruined his career.
Well, the thing is, I don't think it was that bad. I think it's been over explained as the reason why he.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he just. Times
You
changed.
got $4?
So on Facebook, someone sent me this message. It was the like video of them
I
walking
have a-
down the street,
Yeah, I
like
have
in
a-
this
I have
video. And it said, the meme above, it said, every time I spill barbecue sauce while I'm grilling, it's like, lick it up. Lick it up, woo! Dude, you know what I love about this band?
It'd be like 70.
They made sure they stayed relevant through every fucking musical phase change.
They haven't. The thing is, they haven't even changed their sound in a way that, like, oh, we're still relevant. They just did their own thing. Like their fans.
I just need $4. I need $4 bucks.
If they started out as a polka band, they still would be like selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's nuts.
I just love this band. Like, I remember when Eric Carr got the gig in this band, and he was like, because he played with like Alice Cooper and all that shit, and reading articles, and he's like, everyone's like, oh, you're going out playing someone else's shit. It's like, dude, you get to get fucking prim and proper and makeup and the whole rock and roll gear and go up and do something. I don't give a fuck.
Don't worry about it.
I'm making like a living, like, oh, god damn.
13?
Yeah.
13. Don't worry about it.
Cocaine and water diet. I want to be the next drummer at Kiss. Because they had talked a long time ago about their final tour. Final. That Kiss would go on for forever. They would leave the band and like people would keep moving, keep it going. But
Phil Ahart of Kansas was talking about that. And I thought
what's
that?
Weird. So we good?
He's like, at some point, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore.
Is that all right?
I think it would be nice to think that we could find people who would be the next.
One of my favorite drummers. Guy's awesome.
Who?
Phil Ahart.
Oh. They're talking about Eric Carr because I really like his drumming.
Never got into Kiss. I couldn't get into Kiss.
Yeah, no, he played with so many people.
But he did? He played with other people too?
Alice Cooper.
Who's Eric Singer? You mean?
Yeah.
Eric Singer, sorry.
Eric Carr.
Eric Singer's awesome.
Sorry.
Eric Singer,
my bad. I'm sorry. I'm tired, man.
We saw Eric Singer with who did we see Eric Singer with?
Alice Cooper.
No.
Slash.
Gilby Clark.
Yeah, we
Gilby
saw
Clark.
Hookers and Blow. Eric Singer. We saw
Hookers and Blow.
Whatever his album was, his solo album was. It was good. It's a really good show. Little tiny club, like 100 people. It was awesome.
Nice.
Eric Singer with a big huge chrome kit.
Fucking right. You know what I like about his drumming too? Like, he plays a lot of fills, like in Kiss, but it's all so tasteful. Like, I remember watching him at the last show, like, every bar and a half there was another like 4-bar drum fill, but it just sounded so part of the song, like it was cool.
Yeah,
very spatial.
Yeah.
Like every fill like was not like there was dead space.
Deja.
All right.
Jeez, that was close.
I get the fuck out of here because I gotta be up super early tomorrow.
Drama, ending the SnareBurger podcast.
SnareBurger Productions. Oh!
Sit, boo boo, sit.
Good dog.
Arf, arf. Rah! That's the lion at the end of what's that, Paramount? Paramount Pictures?
Yeah. Butchie, I always picture you more of a bear.
Kind of a bear. I'm hairy enough for a bear.
Speaking of prison.
Yeah.
Not a twink.
No.
I mean, roar. Meow.
All right. Am I shutting it down now?
Yep.
Is there anything else we're gonna say? All right, you want to say goodnight?
Say goodnight.
Am I gonna be aired on Monday?
Yeah, Monday you'll be on there.
Good night, my creepy. See you in jail.
Seesaw in the prison.
See you on the other side.
See you on
SnareBurger.
Love it.
Perfect.
SnareBurger!